Welcome, everyone. I would like to begin with happiness, happiness, what and where? Where is happiness? Here or there? What is happiness? Can one define? It is but one's state of mind. A very, very warm welcome to everyone from India, Malaysia, and every other part of this globe who has joined me, Sri Rupa Kundu Sen, your host of today's open mic, from the City of Cultural Exchanges, Bhopal. Today, we all have assembled here on the United by Ink portal. To those who are new on the platform and want to be a part of this extensive UBI family, we extend our arms. And to those who are a significant part of this family, we extend our thankfulness for always being there and encouraging each other and each of the new talent who come up. But at the very onset, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Shyam Sundar ji and Ms. Sapna Shivani Kekre ji, who have entrusted me with this golden opportunity and responsibility of presenting such a delightful session today on English poetry on this UBI platform. I would also like to express my warm feelings to Ms. Suchi Shukla. You may call her my mentor or my predecessor or my silent inspiration, who had once introduced me to this fantastic platform where minds meet and enrich each other. In fact, it is like a human chain joining each individual with another one through words, emotions, and originality. UBI, United by Ink, is a global platform which was founded by Ms. Sapna in the year 2018 with the pure intention of connecting all creative minds. She has nurtured UBI in the best possible way to give it life, spirit, and form. Life is just not about food, shelter, clothes. There is much more to it. It is also about aesthetics. It's about how we nurture our inner self in this prosperous community. And it is about blossoming with all the zeal that we have. Because all the flow of the ink in the form of creative juices creates a mesmerizing literary experience time and again, each week, stitching individuals across the world from different cultures, experiences into one beautiful tapestry on the fabric of UBI. Indeed, to give a podium to unheard voices is a noble way to serve the community, as no voice goes unheard. Indeed, I, on behalf of each and every individual, would like to thank you, both Shyam sir and Sapna ji, for such a feat. To those who are new to UBI platform, UBI has over 3.9K followers on FB and Instagram. It is an energetic international forum of 10,000 or more enthusiasts who are poets, bloggers, and writers. It offers a free blogging platform, www.unitedbyink.org. We also provide pre and post publishing support, marketing support, distribution support to help enthusiastic creators, readers, writers, and facilitators to reach out to masses. They host weekly poetry contests, translation, proofreadings, UBI learning labs, plethora of other services are given by UBI. And if you're the person who's looking for the right platform, free of cost, you can join this community, which would give you and your wings a talent to fly. Today, open mic is one of the UBI's many ways of reaching out to those who want to be heard. After hearing all about UBI and its endeavors, I now come to the most awaited part of today's program. Poetry has been and will be the integral part of human expression. Expression down the ages, which has not been demarcated by boundaries or hierarchy. Human mind is the most simple, yet the most complicated part of any existence. I believe every sensitivity that establishes neural connections leads to the birth of a poem. So, without much ado, I would hereby like to introduce our first poet of today's open mic, Ms. Sujata Chatterjee, or rather, Dr. Sujata Chatterjee. Dr. Chatterjee is a postgraduate in anesthesiology from Tata Memorial Hospital, Mumbai. She is an author by passion. She has authored 4 books, Flights of Fantasy, a collection of short stories, Looking Through the Prism, a collection of 17 motivational poems, Waves of Fortune, an anthology of emotional poems and wind chimes, a collection of award-winning poems. She has edited a book, The Traveler's Diary, and has now authored another book, Wind Chimes. It is a book about 42 poems. She has also co-authored 25 more books, which have already been published. She is also the winner of Shongoti Shomman Award, awarded by the Hello Kolkata team. She has been honored by a winner gold medal and certificate from National Book Honor Awards. She is one of the 100 inspiring authors of India, awarded by Indian Awaz team. She has been selected as one of the top 50 influential authors awarded by Spirit Mania. She has also been awarded Swami Vivekananda Excellence Award by the Seva Youth Guild for her contribution towards English literature. Her book, Looking Through the Prism and Flights of Fantasy, was selected for the Delhi World Book Fair, both 2018 and 19, Chennai Book Fair 2018, and Kolkata International Book Fair 2018 and 19. Dr. Sujata has also passed journalism from Delhi School of Journalism, New Delhi. She was a regular contributor of the column, The Patient I Can Never Forget. Today, Dr. Chatterjee will aptly express her warm words that will perhaps melt the snow of the winter morn. The stage is yours, ma'am. Please take it. Thank you.
You are mute, ma'am.
Sujata, ma'am, you're on mute. Can you please unmute?
Yeah. Thank you, Sri Rupa, for a wonderful introduction. And I also thank Shyam Sundarji and Sapna Shivani Kekre for giving me a chance to express myself in this platform, this wonderful platform of UBI. And today, my first poem that I'm going to recite is Winter is Here. So we all know that this winter is here, and we need warm clothes, and we need to look out of the window to see the snow settling down on the green leaves of the trees. So here is my poem. Look beyond your windowsill as the cool breeze blows with a chill. For winter is here, back again, snowy droplets on each window pane. Frosty winters with snowflakes on the rooftops. Our boots splashing in sparkling snowdrops. Snowman made by friends and all, aiming at each other with the snowball. The dampened sun rays falls on the snow. Dry leaves fall as the winds blow. The fireplace glimmers with the glistening embers of the flame as we snuggle together with indoor games. Warmest blankets and overcoats we wear, a cap, a scarf, and the gloves in a pair. Woolens that cover up from head to foot, and we walk in our large snow boots. The oak and the pine are adorned with snow as the sun shines on their tops with a glow. The misty clouds on the azure sky, the frozen winter freezes as it passes by. Thank you for my first poem. Can I recite?
Ma'am. Yes, I will. But let me just tell you, that reminded me of Thomas Hardy's The Darkling Thrush, who takes a single frost-ridden scene, a moment of wintry wonder, and meditates upon its meaning. Moreover, or rather more aptly, Christina Rossetti's In the Bleak Midwinter. Such a lovely rendition, Sujata Di. It's beautiful. And now, dear audience, she will be reciting two more wondrous poems, The Secret of My Pen and The Dream Girl. It sounds very mysterious and mystical to me. Let's hear it from the poetess herself. Please go ahead, ma'am.
So, I would like to recite the next poem, which is The Secret of My Pen. Once upon a time, I had a silver pen. With it, I wrote many verses in vain. I never thought these poeses would ever be engraved in the papyrus of pain. I would scribble furiously on diaries. I would pour my troubles in the blue ink. I would always read and reread them until my hands were sore and pink. My vocabulary would be replenished, penning paragraphs that pricked like a thorn. Oh, I wrote sometimes with a fierce fire when I cursed the day that I was born. I was born with a dark, sallow skin. My family would turn away their faces. My nose was flat, eyes small, lips thick. My teeth were uneven on braces. I was small in height, like a pygmy. No proper shape, curves, or pose. Moreover, I was an unlucky girl child. Each one turned away their nose. I had no right to luxuries or delicacies. I was detested and despised by friends. I was banished to the cold, dark, dingy room. The intense dislike and hatred had no ends. Soon I grew up with the loathing. I retreated in a disarray and shame. But my pen was a sword in disguise, which carried on its nib my name. The fiery words that I penned down soon found its way to the print. I wrote under a pen name whom nobody knew. Nobody had any clue or hint. Her name was popular within friends. My family compared me to her. I then forgave everyone for their sins. It's divine to forget who did err. Thank you.
It was so beautiful, ma'am. I mean, I'm yet to shed my tears because, the way you have talked about a child coming out with her own passion, coming out against all the odds of life and still becoming a warrior princess. It's wondrous. I mean, so much to learn, so much to appreciate. And the best part is that she forgave and she forgot. But that didn't stop her from being a warrior. Beautiful, so inspiring. Let's hear the dream girl. I can't stop anymore. I'm feeling like hearing more, actually.
Thank you very much, Srirupa, for that lovely summarizing of my poem. Yes, though, my family has been very much supporting, I wrote this poem and many people thought this was a real true poem or feelings real to emotions. But no,
Very true.
Yeah, but my family, I tell you, they have been very supporting and they also laughed.
I did not think about your family. I thought about the girl because, a poet or a poetess lives the lives of 100 people. So unless you imagine, unless you wonder, unless you empathize with people around you and get into their shoes, you don't become a human and you can't be a poet.
Yeah, true. Actually,
You've just that done.
All my friends and family cried with me when they read this poem.
I know I'm feeling like shedding my tears, just that my, my blusher will go. That's why I can't. Otherwise, I would have cried. It's fantastic, Didi. It's amazing.
And this poem had won the poem of the day in a we have those Miraki. Have you heard of it?
Miraki. Yes, yes, of course I have.
I had actually written this poem for that site, and
Okay.
it won the poem of the day. And there were
It's
so many.
It's worth it. It's worth it. Can we hear the Dream Girl?
Yes,
Please.
yes. So the Dream Girl, she's the fairy of the wonderland, the princess of my dreams. She's the starlit light of the night and the moonbeams. She's the notes of the music, the lyrics of the poem. She's the xylem of the plants and its phloem. She's the blossoms of a tree, the veins of the leaf. She's the beating of my heart and my soul so deep. She's the fire of my passion and emotion of my love. She's the softness of the silk and blessings from above. A temple bell that chimes every hour of the day. She's the glow of the lamp that flickers when the winds sway. She's the flame of the candle and the wax that melts it in warmth and fresh like the lily after every bath. She is the fragrance of sandalwood, the scent of the rose. She's the aroma of jasmine that tingles the nerves of my nose, like the pine tree that in winter collects snowflakes, and like the cool zephyr that creates the ripple in the lakes. Her complexion is like the gold of the sun in the early dawn. She is the dewy, lush green grass of the lawn. Her hair is the cascade of waterfall from the high hill. She's the spark of the sunlight that glints on my windowsill. She is like the rainbow formed by the rain and the gleaming sun rays. She's the backwater of the seas and the bays. She is like the tunes of the flute played by the band and the green oasis in the coast desert sand. My heart does worship her. She's the angel of my dreams. She cools my brow with the water of gurgling streams. I steal a glance at her when she gives her radiant smiles. She puts my tired feet to rest when I have walked for many miles. Thank you.
Beautiful, such wonderful personifications. It reminded me slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in a silver shoon. This way and that she peers and sees silver fruits upon silver trees. Beautiful, loved it. Thank you so much, Sujata ma'am, for enriching, enlightening, and enthralling us. So here we are.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome.
Okay. The old always gives place to the new. Not that I'm calling Sujata ma'am old, all of us are growing old. And when we see that the autumn leaves, they fall and the winter sets in, and we all await for the springtime and the cuckoo birds. So here I present the youngest poet today who would totally enthrall us with his renditions. I welcome Soumya Kinnari Kartik Dalal. He's a 13-year-old boy who's studying in the 8th grade. And everyone lovingly calls him Somu, and I take the privilege of calling him that too. He has worked as a co-author of more than 150 anthologies. He compiled 3 anthologies last year, giving more than 100 students an opportunity to become a co-author in his anthologies. He's also been the author of Meri Parchai, Meri Kavitai, his first solo book. Somu would recite 3 poems today. The first one is known as Study, second one being Perfect or Imperfect, and the third being Dark Shade of Technology. Soumya has indeed expressed himself in the truest possible way in these poems, and I want the listeners to appreciate this young fellow's poems in the most beautiful way. Welcome, dear. The
Thank
stage
you,
is
ma'am.
yours.
Hello everyone. So as ma'am told, today I'm going to recite three of my best poems from my book Meri Parchai Meri Kavita Hai. As everyone knows, we little ones have so much pressure of study. So the title of my first poem is Study. Teachers specialize in one subject, but I need to learn all of them perfect. Homework burden makes me dizzy, or it's a trick to keep me busy. History always states about the past. Questions before my birth are asked. For my future, in school, I study. But by studying history, my mind is bloody. To simplify communication, languages are made. Then, why so difficult words in books are laid? Why essays and letters I need to perform in the advanced world of short form? Scientists added a subject with inventions they state. But I always say God is great. Everything is creation by God. Science is artist, and it's indeed odd. Pocket money is used up in just 2 days, but calculating it takes fortnight delays. My parents are wrath. Guys, it's crucial to study math. With tons of studies along, I practice art, sports, dance for long. PUBG, movie, picnic is of great importance. I just don't have time to relax at least once. Never I study before the exam. Exams, I write always damn. The teacher is inflamed, and I am still unashamed. Reading books gives the knowledge perfectly. Observation provides wisdom correctly. Sports makes me fit enough. Still, I have to follow the syllabus stuff. Still, we have to follow the syllabus stuff. The syllabus stuff.
Wow, that was fantastic. That was from the heart of a young poet who's facing all the problems of studying. That was hilarious, humorous, and I loved it. Can we have the next one, child?
Yes, ma'am. So every time we are told, do this, don't do that. This is perfect, this is not perfect. So title of my poem is Perfect or Imperfect. Trees look weird with stem, and many are even branches, unshaped roots under the soil, leaves, flowers, fruits, all mismatch. Clouds of different shapes and sizes, white, blue, gray, and black. They run in the sky like in a hurry. Anytime they cry like a baby. Ample of water fall on us. Still, not having enough to drink. Rain has no discipline at all. It is always unpredictable. No one can know when a breeze can turn into a tornado. Respiration is impossible without air. Still, polluting the air for our convenience. Enormous Earth has many landforms, mountains, plains, plateaus, valleys, deserts, seas, glaciers, and many more. But nothing is similar with each other. If God has created this earth, then all should be perfect, right? But does it seem to be? I so move, think there is nothing like perfect and imperfect. That's our perception to look at things and decide perfect or imperfect, to decide perfect or imperfect.
Indeed, a perfection is not everyone's cup of tea, but to me, something which is perfect might be imperfect for someone else. So it's just the perception that matters. What a deep thought, son. It's a very, very deep thought. At such a tender age, understanding this makes hell of a difference, I believe. It's fantastic that you think so deeply and you have a long, long way to go. Could I have the last poem from you
Yes,
of
ma'am.
the day? Thank you.
During this lockdown, we got an opportunity to get familiar with modern technology and gadgets. But as you know, every coin has two sides. So the title of the last poem of the day is The Dark Shade of Technology. Evil comes into the world with a stealthy tread, wearing many masks to hunt the innocent. Today is the dark circuitry of technology, the mother of invention and a modern necessity. The internet has changed our lives forever. Is it really required? Is it worthy? Modern tools of technology, closing concertina wire of academic competition, and reduction of relationships are taking a toll on our young. Pastures have shrunk and playgrounds are disappearing, killing the delights of childhood exploration. The pleasure of learning is lost at the play school level itself, where kids are taught to be gladiators, not students. Knowledge has become the death next door. The child itself now is the software of suicide. The original attribute of childhood was innocence. Children were once heroes of their imaginations. Now they are victims. On the dark side lurks the deep web, particularly exciting for deviants. Child pornography, child labor, cyberbullying, cybercrime, operating without any fear. I don't understand what is going on. Nuclear families exclude the benign advice of grandparents. The rigorous of aspirational careers are forcing parents to have little time for their offspring. There is nothing more terrible thing than the loneliness of children. Nevertheless, it's what this age has brought into our homes and lives. Please hold your children close. Take time off to read them. Give them love, not gadgets. And don't allow any technology to conquer us. Don't allow any technology to conquer us. Don't allow any technology to conquer us. Thank you. I hope you like my poems.
Beautiful poem, Beta. Lovely poem. We all loved it indeed. And you have a deep sense about perfection, imperfection of life, and very well recited, dear boy. And I believe you will take poetry to a new era in the coming years. And with that, I would now like to introduce our next participant, and she is Miss Sonal Judge. Very, very specially invite you, ma'am. She is an EYFS educationist, a teacher trainer, a teaching aid expert, a multi-awardee, award-winning editor, and an universal healer. She's the founder of Metamorphosis, an education and literary platform. She has 3 books published as an editor, The Third Eye, Hearticulations, and Whispering Miracles. She has won around 350 certificates for her work on various literary platforms for her poetry, her writing, and has healed more than 100 plus COVID patients. She has mentored 3,000 educators across the globe. Passionate earlier educationist, teacher trainer, multi-awardee, award-winning editor, teaching aid expert, a global international speaker, a universal healer, and a published writer, content writer. She has done her BSc in Human Development with Early Childhood Care and Education, and has teaching experience of near about 24 plus years in preschool education in various stages of her life. Her core expertise has been life skills, along with academics in early years foundation stage. She has invented her research pedagogy, Skillology in education field. She's currently designated as an academic curriculum developer for a teacher's diploma course with GFECER. She's also an education ambassador for India with IIU. She has been invited as a speaker on around 32 plus platforms to create awareness on early years education, mentoring the educators, and for her literary work. The glimpses of nature brings out the whispering silence and the silent love. Over to you, ma'am. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction, ma'am. And before I proceed ahead with my poems, I would like to introduce our wonderful host of the day, the way she's carrying the beautiful session forward. And let us hear about her first.
Thank
A
you.
warm smile that has captivated all of us, all of the attendees over here. It's a privilege to introduce her first. Professionally, Shirupa
Ma'am.
K. Kundu Sen ma'am is a teacher since last 17 years, teaching biology to ICSE Cambridge students. Personally, a thinker, a mom who uses the prowess of storytelling and poetry to empower her son. Blogger and poet by choice, and parent and teacher influencer by passion. It's indeed a real, ma'am, a privilege to be connected with you, because I think during the pandemic, we all educators have really unleashed our poetic skills. It has come on the forefront. So not
Yes,
to have a
ma'am.
second doubt about it. And your wonderful smile has kept us enchanted to the session also. And she's
Thank
also
you.
poetry. And I would just like to have a few stanzas of her poem and the way she has expressed the beautiful and the divine love for a mother from a daughter. A bond, I think even God cannot separate any daughter and mother. So from her words, I would like to say some few lines. An ode to Ma. Ma, a word so mild yet so strong. Ma, a warmth so cozy to carry a precious life along. Ma, a gentle touch that tempers the soul. Ma, you made me forever focus on my goal. I hope wherever she is or with you, she feels the emotions spoken from your heart. You swayed like the branch, yet didn't let me fall. Ma, you empowered me each moment and gave your all. Your peace I will like to imbibe as I move along a stormy road. Emotions roll down my cheeks as I pen down your road. You were and still to me are phenomenal kind. Your words strong in my heart and are engraved in my mind. As strong as a Qutub Minar standing tall to time and history. Wow. You are as transparent as the pristine waters of Loktak Lake, yet to me you are still an unresolved mystery. Mothers are always a mystery, ma'am.
They're always a
lovely,
mystery,
Mom.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much for the introduction. And now I would
Wonderful.
like the audience to listen to you.
Thank
They're
you.
all waiting to listen to Sonal ma'am, who has so many wondrous, things. She has crowns on her head, and that's lovely, I also appreciate your lovely smile and your spirit. You're very
Thank you.
spirited, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, ma'am. I think before I start my poem, I would like to say what is actually a poem. A poem is not just going about fantasy land and writing just merely a poem. It is always about the life journeys. It is always about our experiences as a human. The absence of a special person in a life, the absence of children who have passed out and become beautiful individuals in life. So when the rains come and when you are just glancing at the rains, sometimes you sit on the windowsill and you think about, perched on the windowsill with my warm brew, the serene ambience of nature, search for the solemn peace from me inside out, for dwelling in the present moment, my heart lost in the silence of words. Is this peace of the present moment all about the calmness inside me, my life being designed by the power of my own actions and deeds? I thought for a minute, sipping my aromatic brew, the whispering miracles hidden inside, traversing back at the journeys navigated through. The memories of the past are still alive, my testimonials of the person that I am today, expressing my gratitude to the silent warriors inside me. Who are the silent warriors inside us? The harsh tongue of the world did transform me. Now, I open my eyes to the glorious future, to embrace the victory and hit a century. My teenage scrapbook hides unheard stories, the moments of a carefree life, my heart and soul, the relentless warriors. If you had seen my life behind the glass. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a lovely, lovely poem. It was very well scripted. It reminded me of William Wordsworth when he wrote about my heart leaps up. My heart leaps up when I behold the rainbow in the sky. So was it when my life began. So it is now I am a man. So be it when I shall grow old or let me die. So it was fantastic. I loved your poem, ma'am. And now we have another, beautiful flower from her treasury. Sonal ma'am's perception of love is a little different from the rest of us. And let's hear it from her, what she
Yeah.
thinks about love.
Yeah. So I think here we are sitting all together, sharing our poems and all. What are we actually doing? We are actually loving each other's creations, loving each other's bond. The pandemic has actually connected universally to each and everyone. It has been a big ball to each and everyone. The teachers have transformed, the children have transformed. So much has been learned and so much has been tolerated in this 3 years of pandemic. I think that is the love given to us by the God, and that we need to cherish it and treasure it lifelong. So here I just say a small love about the person that I miss in my life, a beautiful poem of love that I would like to just express. I don't like the magical, that is all the silent love. I don't like the magical illusionary vision of love. It's about my heart, how melancholy it beats. You are there in each beat of it as it slowly rhythms the words, in tune with the colors in my life. All of the majestic wonders of the world that define silent love everywhere. The Taj Mahal by Shah Jahan and his wife. All these are silent wonders of the world that define silent love everywhere in the ebb and flow of the day. The universe, the sun and the sky, all are flowing beautifully in the magical music of the night sky or amidst chaotic seas. The waves are sometimes lashing to and fro. They have their own way of anger. Then immediately they calm down, go back to their own way, and the infatuation between the shores and the sky. So the thought that only brings you in my thoughts. I seem to think about the past memories and long lost days, the days that made your smile my life, or the small whispering words, hidden communication that became a small memory of a soulful, lively voice that is like a soulful tune. And it makes me happy. I don't know why I feel this, the reasons hidden in the why, but only thing my heart and soul can feel deep within me is that it is only you and you and you that I truly miss. Thank you so much.
Lovely. It was so beautiful, a very deep thought coming from the heart, and not from the heart, maybe from the soul, that makes love so pristine. And indeed, friends, love can be in many forms. It doesn't always have to be a love which is between a man and a woman. It can be any kind of love. And love between me and God, love between me and my child, between two brothers and sisters, between one person who's working with you. So it can be love in any form. And no matter what love it is actually another reflection of God. If God is there to love mankind, then he has only given us the power to love each other. So with that love, I come to perhaps a poem that is very close to my heart, which I penned down yesterday when Shyamji told me that I have to recite something. In fact, it's not been a year also that I've lost my mom. I'll not say I've lost her. She's gone to better places, I must say. So it's an ode to my Ma, Ma is a word so mild yet so strong, a womb so cozy to carry a precious life along. A gentle touch that tempers the soul. Ma, you made me forever focus on my goal. You swayed like the branch, yet didn't let me fall. Ma, you empowered me each moment, and you gave me your all. Your peace I would like to imbibe as I move along a stormy road. Emotions roll down my cheeks as I pen down your ode. You were and still to me a phenomenal kind. Your words strong in my heart and are engraved in my mind. As strong as the Qutub Minar, standing tall to time and history, you are as transparent as the pristine waters of Lothak Lake. Yet to me, you are still an unresolved mystery. Your love and warmth went beyond your own blood. You loved hundreds of them. Over the years, as a teacher, mentor, you said love grows when you love more. Did I tell you ever that some of them came to bid you farewell when you were not there? Their parents sighed and their hearts swelled when they heard that you have left for a forever journey. Some of them told me that a teacher like you was yet to be found. The more they spoke, I was truly astounded. You cared even for those who hurt you, as your heart had no malice. You chose love over hatred, faith over mistrust, happiness over pain. Ma, you embraced even those who were fated and unfortunate. shared even the smallest meals with someone hungry and in pain. Your assuring look, your charming countenance kept us all grounded and cheerful. I remember when it rained, you held my hand and took me out to feel the rain. When there would be park cuts, you would turn the mundane darkness into enlightened moments of musical soirees. I'm truly blessed to have held my first paintbrush from the hands of one of the most talented artists of our time. Ma, you're my rhythm, and indeed you are my rhyme. You are the one who made me believe in fairy tale romance. As I saw how deep your love was for my dad and his for you, so I too took a chance. When they say I look like your shadow, I feel blessed, as you have not left me. You still thrive in me. It's just like a morning star who's there, but none can possibly see. Just a little something from the heart of a child. So, dear friends, it's been one of the most enduring sessions of my life where I've interacted with perhaps some of the most, warm persons like Dr. Anuradha Chatterjee, Soumya, Sonalji, as they have not only oodles of talent and as they've not just kept us perfectly, blended to this entire thing, but perhaps because they have spoken their mind, they've spoken their heart, they've spoken about their life experiences, and they've enriched all of us so beautifully. So poetry is just not about, being able to write and pen down some words which match with each other. Poetry is all about being able to connect. It's just the connection of life that goes on between one heart to another heart who not even knows me. I never knew one. Wordsworth, Tagore, I've never seen Tagore, but it is through his work, through their work, through Sarojini Naidu's verses that they have kept behind a part of their soul. So poetry is nothing but keeping behind your soul a part of it for those who don't know you and those whom you can touch upon. So with that, I thank UBI for the wonderful opportunity to each one of us to express the poet in us. And my heartfelt gratitude to Shyam Sundar ji and Ms. Swapna Sohani Kekre ji for such a wonderful opportunity and for creating a platform where each one of us have been able to express ourselves, and many more would be able in future. So with that, I come to an end, but every end has a new beginning, and the new beginning is awaiting perhaps next week when someone else will be presenting some other people from any part of the world, any corner of the world with certain other emotions. So keep glued on to the wonderful UBI YouTube channel and the rest of the channels that they have, because they are doing indeed a great job in connecting people to people, mind to mind, and they're going from strength to strength, from pillar to pillar. And thank you, namaskar, and have a lovely, lovely day ahead.